Hi, Rodger. Welcome to Buffalo.
Hey, thank you.
You're already here? That happens fast, huh?
Yeah, it sure does.
No kidding. So obviously, you've had a lot of success in this league. You have familiarity with Aaron Kromer, and you saw the Bills firsthand last year. But what was it about this team that made you want to ultimately sign here?
I think it's just because of how close I feel like they are to a championship. I mean, this is a real Super Bowl caliber team, as well as just a great situation with me to be with one of the prior coaches that I played with in LA, and we had an unbelievable line under Aaron Kromer.
And what do you know about the guys that you're going to be lining up with? Maybe Mitch Morris, Stan Dawkins, Spencer Brown, some of those guys.
Well, me and Dawkins actually played together in the Pro Bowl, developed a pretty good relationship out there. And, I'm hoping to continue that. Both a couple of great personalities, and I know that we'll play for one another. As far as it comes with Mitch, I know of Mitch. I know that he's super athletic, a vet. And, I love being able to pick people's brains and see the way that they think and see how we can help each other to play better. But, playing in the phone booth between those two is definitely going to put me in a good position to be successful.
Hey, Rodger, how are you? I'm Sal from WGR and the Bill Sideline Reporter. Welcome to Buffalo.
Thank you so much.
Can you explain to us your relationship with Aaron Kromer and how any of that may have played into you signing with the Bills?
Yeah. Me and Aaron Kromer, we worked together on the LA Rams for 2 years. Man, we had one of the top offensive lines in the NFL. We were able to get to a Super Bowl together. We were able to turn the entire team around and get us to start getting into playoff games. I know his techniques. He always makes sure everything clear, makes sure things work. I know how successful that I was with him, and I know I can be just as successful again. So, just being able to continue to work with him and be able to be under a coach that I know is going to make sure that I'm familiar with everything going on, with every play, with every protection, run, doesn't matter. He's just a great guy to work with. And of course, he played a big part in my decision to come here.
You mentioned this team being close to a championship. You came in this league, 13 years ago. That wasn't the case here in Buffalo for a long time. This was a team that went through a lot of down times. Just if you think back when you got in the league, your perception of Buffalo, the team, the organization, the Bills, versus, when in your career versus where it is now and how much that's changed.
It's definitely changed a lot. But if you know anything about me, when I went to the Rams, we weren't anywhere close either.
Right.
So I definitely understand the building process and how long it takes. It took me 8 years to get to my first playoff game. And to me, it just doesn't matter anymore. It's like, kind of, where are you now? I mean, that's how anybody looks at it anyway. So for me, it's just kind of like, all right, based on where you guys are now, could I be a piece that could change the factor of putting us even closer into getting that championship? And I think that we can.
Thanks, Rodger. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
Hi, Rodger. Welcome to Buffalo. Congratulations. You have been known as one of the best run blocking guards, offensive linemen in the league. In your conversations with the Bills, was that a priority, do you think, from their end of it, that they wanted to get someone who could really be a road grader on the offense?
Honestly, I feel like it was more of just, kind of like veteran leadership. I have so much experience. I played a million games. Of course, my run blocking expertise definitely comes into play, but, I'm still able to hold it down in the pass blocking game. I do really well with communicating with other guys on the offensive line. And, kind of like the hard work that was instilled in me is kind of what I expect out of my teammates. And, the one thing that I think that I do is I make a lot of people around me better. So I'm hoping I can do that with this group of guys.
Did you, back when you were a free agent, I think it was 2019, I think there was some speculation that you might come to Buffalo. Was that true? Was that ever on your radar, or was it Tennessee and that was it?
It was definitely on my radar. Bobby Johnson was also my college offensive line coach, and I always loved working with him. He helped me start this journey before I even got to the NFL. So, I've always had, some sort of relationship, whether it be prior players or coaches or anybody on staff. So, of course, I looked at them as an option. It just kind of didn't work out that way as far as the money went throughout the rest of free agency, and more teams became involved. So it just turned into a little bit of a bidding war.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Rodger.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Rodger. This is Jay Skursky with the Buffalo News. Thanks for doing this. Obviously, this came together pretty quickly, seeing as you were just released a few days ago. And I apologize, I missed the first question, but if you could just kind of What made you so committed to the Bills so quickly in this process?
Honestly, I think it comes based off of the situation. I was able to talk to Coach Kromer just days after everything happened. And of course, that just tells you the relationship that we have. I know that the Bills were interested as well as a few other teams. But when it comes down to just the situation and the opportunity of being able to play for a championship, I knew that it was going to be with this organization. All the stars seemed to align. And of course, after my visit of being here, I mean, everything has been great from the staff, from the facilities, from people working here. I have some friends here. So like I said, it's just a better situation for me being out here in Buffalo.
Appreciate your time. Welcome to Buffalo.
Thank you.
Hey, Rodger, congratulations. Elena Getzenberg with ESPN. It's nice to meet you. I was curious, in your conversations with the Bills, did they say if they want you at left guard or right guard, or how they envision that?
Right now, I think they're plugging me in at left guard, but I'll be ready to play any position for the team. I mean, that's how I always am. I'm always about the team first. So that's how I treat the situation as well.
And then I was curious, this kind of got asked, but like, when you've obviously played against the Bills even just last year, and just seeing what this team is kind of like, I guess, what excites you about it? Like, is it Josh Allen, or like being a part of this group? Like, what is specifically like excites you about joining this team?
I mean, this is a complete football team. I know about some of the struggles, but this is a complete football team. I know that you guys are great guys at the wide receiver position. Of course, Josh Allen has been doing spectacular. The defense flies around tremendously. And Coach McDermott, I mean, he just instilled these guys in that hard work ethic and just wanting the best out of guys, and guys are ready to play for him. I just really want to be a part of that. I love the environment that's around this team, and I just want to make sure that I'm able to fit that and be able to play up to that ability.
Do you know any of the guys kind of on this line at all? Are you going to have to get to know them?
I know Dawkins. I know of Mitch Morris. I know a little bit about everybody on the offensive line. I haven't had the pleasure to meet everybody just yet, but that's neither here nor there. Once we get in the O-line room with Coach Kromer, everything will be just fine.
And what makes, in your experience with Coach Kromer, why do you like working with him? What makes him a good coach, in your opinion?
He makes everything clear for his offensive linemen. And then he prepares us so that we're prepared for the game, no matter what's thrown at us. He's done it time and time again. He's done it with many different combinations of offensive lines through injury. I've seen him take, guys that even seem to be mediocre and really bring the best out of them. I know that I improved greatly when I was working underneath him back in 2017 and 18. And, I'm very proud of the work that we put together. So to me, it's just more of kind of like, I know what he brings out of players and how he gets guys to gel really well. And I'm hoping to be part of that.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, Rodger, Matt Perino here. Congratulations on the deal. I think I heard you mention, and I came in late, so I apologize if I asked anything that's already been asked, that you had a few friends on the team. What were those conversations like with any current Bills, and who were those people that kind of talked about the experience they've had in Buffalo?
This has really all been under wraps, so I haven't let any of my guys really know. I know a couple of guys that just got hired onto the staff that are friends of mine who actually played with me when I was on the St. Louis Rams, even before the LA Rams, which is extremely great to see. Also, I have a pretty good relationship with Stefon Diggs. Like I said, I played with Dawkins at the Pro Bowl, and we have a pretty good relationship. And I just know I'm gonna be able to gel with these guys. I mean, what better a friend than your enemy from the past? So especially when it comes to those defensive guys, I know we're gonna have some laughs, and it's gonna be fun to be around all these guys when we all get the chance to be together.
And as somebody that plays on the offense, what is it like to have a guy like Stefon Diggs? Obviously, we know about Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs, but like to have a guy that you're close with, we know what he's able to do on the field. How much is that a selling point already to kind of come join this?
Oh man, it's just an X factor. I mean, literally, he's the X factor. He's able to do a lot of things for this team and for this organization. And for me, it's kind of like, all right, well, I know what we have on this team. I know the type of guys that we have on this team. I know the work ethic that's on this team. So, they're convincing me as just as much as Buffalo is convincing me to come here. So, I really just rely on what's in here with a lot of my guys, and I could tell that they care about this football team. And, that's kind of, like I said, just the environment I want to be around.
Thanks, Rodger. Congrats again.
No problem.
Hey, Rodger, congratulations. I'm Maddie Glab. I'm the team reporter here with the Bills. You are in the facility already, and being in the NFL now for 13 years, this is your third team now. What has today been like? What do you think of the facilities, the people that you've gotten to meet with today?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. I've had a chance to meet with every person in the building. I've had a great time talking to the training staff, to the strength staff. I've met with the owner. I've been able to talk to just the equipment staff, player engagement, sports psychologists, and I've been able to tour the facilities, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I'm greatly impressed.
Is there anything that sticks out to you playing at different teams and in different places that, maybe is different about Buffalo upon touring or just talking to some people?
Honestly, each team has their positives, and luckily from the few teams that I have been on, culture has been one of them. Every culture is not the same, but every culture has worked. And for this team, I could tell like the culture of this team is simply amazing. The facilities are top of the line. And I can't wait to be able to try everything out. I'm so excited about what's in the training room and what's in the weight room that I'm ready to kind of start working out right now. but that's neither here nor there. Just the culture of this team and the situation that I'm kind of in right now is really the reason why I came here. And I'm still chasing the ring. That's what I'm really looking for. That's the opportunity I'm looking for. And I was willing to make anything work when I came out here.
Love to hear that. Thanks, Rodger. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Rodger, John Scott from Spectrum News. Congratulations. Welcome to town. I know you dealt with a shoulder injury most of last season. Health-wise, where are you at right now?
I did something different that I'd never done before, and I took a month off from everything, from working out, from football, everything. So I feel a lot better. We'll know once we start playing again. I play without fear. That's something that I'm never going to be worried about. I'm going to continue to try to push people and push myself as far as I could possibly push it. Right now, I don't have any problems whatsoever. Still as strong as I've ever been. And I'm constantly working on myself. So, even though that I think about it and I'm just like, okay, what can I possibly do? The best thing for it was just rest. And that's the best way I could put it.
Yeah, what was the thought process between juggling potential surgery and then deciding to ultimately go the route of rest?
Because, after talking to specialists who told me like, hey, it's not bad enough that you need that. Like, I think that we should just go ahead and rest you. One thing that I did in last offseason was I worked my butt off. I mean, I really worked my butt off. I'm talking about 2 days of working out on my body. And maybe I did overwork myself. We had a lot of injuries in camp last year. I didn't get many vet days off. I had to continue to play over and over and over and over again. I didn't miss any practice days, even throughout the season. So, not being able to have those opportunities of rest, I constantly was putting myself in that position where you could get an injury or something that's nagging like that. And I'm hoping that with the rest that I've given myself and the way that I'm approaching this offseason and the plan that the Bills have for me, I'm hoping that is just the formula needed to it not to even be an issue.
Appreciate you. Welcome to town, man.
Thank you.
Rodger Saffold, Wookie Hawkins, Buffalo Sports 1080, man. Welcome to Buffalo.
Thank you.
Hey, man, tell me your first impression when you walked into that state-of-the-art weight room.
Man, first of all, I kind of had like, that little kid like at the amusement park, like, just looking around, but it was awesome. And then just how knowledgeable Eric is, and just seeing the way that they take care of their players, where it comes from, supplements to flexibility, rehab. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they look out for every single thing that you need. And that convenience is something that I've really never had before. So I'm super excited to get involved with those guys full time.
No doubt, no doubt. On the outside looking in, what was you hearing about this Buffalo Bills team?
Oh yeah. Super Bowl caliber team. I mean, what haven't you heard? I mean, nothing that has come out of the media's mouth has been anything but positive when it comes to this team. But from me watching, I see the way that these guys fight. I see the way how these guys play. I see how the way that, even in the midst of adversity, that they can turn things around. I mean, you saw the way that they fight in the playoffs and are 13 seconds away from being an AFC championship and having home field advantage in an AFC championship because nobody wants to come here and play in that cold. So, I'm super excited for this team, man. I mean, the opportunity is always right there. I know how hard it is to win in this league. I was the number 1 seed last year. I was in the AFC championship 2 years ago. I've been a part of all those things. So I'm excited to bring some of this experience over here and try to help us move forward.
Absolutely. And speaking about, that excitement, man, OH tenor, playing close to home. This is probably like the first team that being a Bedford native, you playing close to home. So what do the Bills fans expect out of you this season?
Oh, they can expect what they have heard about. They can expect what they see when you put on the tape. It's just a hard working, just some tenacity and just the way that I play is going to be super aggressive. And I'm going to try to move that line of scrimmage as much as humanly possible and put Josh Allen in the greatest positions that he's ever been in.
No doubt, my guy. Welcome to Buffalo. Good luck.
Thank you.